Alright, the second part of the first part of Loki's costume, so now we're finishing everything below the waist. We are talking about here the boot covers and the actual boots. If you missed the videos on the pants, there it is. Well, there you go, let's take a closer look at these boots. So the order in which we are tackling all of these parts of the costume is actually the order in which I put them on when I'm donning the costume. I start with the pants, which is what we saw last time, and then I slip my legs through the boot covers. Then I wrap the little elastic over my heel, which enables me to put on the boots. Tuck the top of the boots into the bottom of the boot covers, and then I swing the elastic back around and under the boot. And there you go. Everything is now on. And, well, with the boots, as you can tell, you want to go with short little boots. And Loki does not have a heel. I was boot shopping at some point, and I had a picture of Loki with me. Lady at the store, she convinced me, to buy a beautiful, tall, knee-high, or at least calf-high boot, which had a heel. She looked at my picture and said, oh, no, look, there's a bit of heel. No, there is not. There is no heel. And, well, actually, here, let me show you the boot. Is to purchase. I have never had a use for them. If anybody wants them, go ahead and, you know, let's talk about it. They are certainly looking for a good home. There's the heel, bad move, and you do not want a tall boot. Why? Because, don't forget, you've got all of this. You've got all of this. There are two parts to this thing, so there's a lot of layers here. If this were ever to slip on top of your boot, you're gonna have so many layers. You've got this, you've got this, you've got the actual boot, you've got, you know, your actual leg in there. So you're gonna have, you know, just calves the size of Popeye's forearms, you know. So that's going to be very unsightly. You don't want that. So this, and oh, I forgot the pants, and you're gonna have the your layers of vinyl and cloth and your little knee parts there. So you're just gonna have too many things. So you don't want that. So you want just a short little boot, which is going to tuck in the bottom of the boot covers, and that's going to be quite nice. Let's see. These babies here, well, they do come apart. It's two distinct pieces. First is the inside part here. Let's take a look at the light brown here. Let's get really up close. You can tell there's definitely a pattern, little shapes. I don't know what you could call them. Little deformed, shapeless little blobs there. And that happens to be extremely close to what you see many places on Loki's costume. Most prominently on the shoulder pads, but you know, we'll be talking about that much later. So yes, I feel extremely lucky to find vinyl like that. We first and last saw this on my belt. My little belt loops, the belt of the pants, which was completely unnecessary. No, it's an invisible part of the costume. Here it is not invisible. Here it is supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be the same fabric as the shoulder pads. So there you go. So we're using it here, and we are going to be using it on many other places on the costume. On top, you've got the same dark brown as the pants, however. So there you go. So the light patterned brown, I'm going to be calling it that from now on, and then the dark brown of the pants. So that part is, there you go. I've got a picture. I've got a picture of them. They're like little tubes, essentially, they can just stand straight up. That's what they are, just little tubes. You just slip your leg down them, and that's it. The only thing that you don't see on that picture are the eventual there you go, the eventual snap, the eventual snaps that I had to install, so that this whole thing was one single piece there, that so it doesn't come loose from the outer shell. So yes, there are snaps all over the place that keep those two pieces together. Now let's talk about the outer shell. It's very straightforward. There you can see the shape of the cut. There you go, going outward a little bit, coming back in, outward again, and all the way down here, down the side of the foot, up here, over the heel, and all the way back. You've got one panel like that, another, I think it's completely identical, yes, another identical one on the other side, and then of course you've got a whole other one there. So there you go, and that is not the same brown as the pants. That is a it's a very woody piece of vinyl. It's thicker, it's firmer, and it's browner. Is there such a thing as browner? Anyway, so yeah, so it's a slightly different brown, and I do believe that is the only place that you find this brown. So once again, I didn't have to buy a whole lot just for the boot covers there. Now, okay, when I first made these, it was only a single layer. I felt, well, you know, it's sturdy enough, it's robust enough, it'll just stand up, and for the most part it did. But the top there, the top just flapped. It just flopped down, which is just a bad look. It's not supposed to flop down, despite the snaps. It just fell down, and secondly, you could see the inside, which was completely can I show you there, like whitish. So that was extremely ugly also. You're not supposed to see that. So for that reason, I added lining on the inside. Now I didn't line the entire inside, just the top. Can you see it? I don't suppose you can, but essentially the lining only like goes all the way down to here, doesn't go all the way down, just enough so that when you look on the other side, boom, there you go, there's brown. There you go. So there's lining on the top, and oh, the snaps. Let's talk briefly about the snaps. This is also, again, another example of how rusty and out of practice I was. I completely forgot that when you are installing snaps, you are poking a hole through your fabric, installing the male part of the snap. On the other side, you're putting the female part of the snap, and then you hammer them together, and then you've got the entire other parts of the snap with, once again, a male and a female part. Well, the whole, no, I don't mean the whole. I mean the fabric itself that you are running these two parts through. The fabric has to be thick enough. If it is too thin, your snaps just won't work. And I can go into details if you want. I'll make a special episode just on snaps if you want to know about that. But I learned, well, I relearned at my expense there. I relearned the hard way that yes, you need a certain thickness, and yeah, I had to basically fudge it. Since I forgot that detail completely, sometimes there you go, I added some extra thickness, some extra layers of vinyl to make it thick enough so for the snaps to work. Sometimes I added hot glue. I added hot glue to fake the distance between the two parts. So yes, do not forget that you need the right thickness of material, and so for that reason, because I ran into this problem all over the place, my snaps, they are functional. They really are. I really could snap this on and off, and I've had to in the past. I've had to. So each time that I put this on, I really could snap this off, wrap this around my leg, and then snap everything back on. That's the way that I could put them on. But because of all the extra thickness and the hot glue and all the trouble that I ran into to fake the thickness, they are not, how should I say it, they're not as functional as I would have wanted them to be. So it can be quite a hassle. So they don't cooperate as much as I would like them to. Therefore, I try not to unsnap them, to snap them off and back on. I try not to. And why would I want to anyway? It is so easy to just slip this whole thing on. There you go. So why would I bother? So there you go. I'm quite happy about that. It would be a huge time saver to do that anyway, even if they were perfectly, nice and friendly, and they worked as well as they should. I would probably still just do that. And let's talk about a final element. Well, no, actually not quite a final element, but anyway. One of the last upgrades that I did to these things is that once they're on, well, see, when they are freshly on your leg, they look fine. They look snazzy. They look great. But I only had to take a few steps, and then just gravity took its toll. The elastic under my foot was, I feel, a little too tight, so everything was dragged down. And I had this crunching effect, and these two pieces here, they started looking like parentheses. They had this very concave shape going on, which is nasty, ugly. I did not like that at all. It's supposed to be nice and straight as much as possible. So I realized that I needed some extra. Not thickness. Well, thickness. That was relating to the snap. So let's not get back into that. But I needed some sturdiness. That's what I meant. I needed some sturdiness, and there you go. We now have. I'll just show you on the other one. We now have. I told you that there was some lining on the top. There is now also a bit of lining in the bottom, and between the two we have some paint mixing sticks, pieces of wood, quite literally pieces of wood. You can't get sturdier and more reliable than that. You got straight up some pieces of wood, and they're not too thick to the point of discomfort, and there you go. And they're held they're trapped between my two pieces of lining there. So as it turned out, it's quite a good thing that I never put a piece of lining all the way through these. And then when I did, I only put a piece of lining around the top and not all the way through. So it enabled me much after the fact to slip these paint mixing sticks and then add another piece of lining running down the bottom to keep them in place. So there you go. I've got 8 altogether, 2, and then 2. And it greatly improves the look. They don't slip, they don't crunch nearly as much anymore. And as I installed those also, I realized I did come to the conclusion, as I thought, as I'd been mulling over for quite a while, that the elastic down the bottom was indeed too tight. So I snapped the elastic, added another piece of elastic, which is actually not the right thickness. You can see here it goes from nice and thin to thicker, and then thin again. Well, hey, this is underneath my foot, so again, nobody will see that. Yeah, so the extra length of elastic will not put nearly as much pressure. It won't pull down on the boot cover nearly as much. And there you go. Finally, something I can be quite proud of. To this day, the last thing that still bugs me ever so slightly is that You remember in the pants we had this crisscrossing V shape there for the knee. Let's call them the knee pants. Well, they are supposed to slip straight inside of the boot covers, and you're not supposed to ever see the bottom of the V's. Bottom of the V is supposed to be inside here. And once again, when I first slip them on, it looks fine. But once again, I only have to take 1 or 2 steps, and sure enough, you start seeing the bottom of the B pokes out above the top of the boot cover here, which bugs me ever so slightly. If I were to do it all over again, all I would have to do is simply just sew the V part of the pants just maybe 1 or 2 centimeters lower, and then I'd be fine. But once again, it's a minor thing. It is essentially just about perfect, just, you know, short of perfect, which any cosplayer out there will sympathize and know exactly how crazy that can drive someone. And I almost voluntarily did not talk about our little golden friends here. That's because we'll be talking about them at great length in the future. Remember I told you that there were 2 parts of the entire costume that were by far the biggest headaches, the longest projects. Well, these little doodlies are the other one. One of them was the leg armor. The other one is these little golden things. I'll just say right now what they are. They are zipper tops. So just order a whole buttload of zipper tops and apply some here, and here you've got some simple black vinyl straps. And yeah, we'll talk about these little zipper tops again in the future when we get down to the coat. Well, JF Bibo, Loki is waving you goodbye, and like usual, kneel and subscribe.